Wentz now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And some room to work. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. From the gun, it's Wentz. Going for it all. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Play action. Now Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal. They run with Ajayi. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they see right through that defensive. As he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Sunday.
Now it's Ajayi. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Going to give him 12 yards and a first down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Ajayi with the benefit of a full training camp behind him, excelling in this Eagle backfield as they come up on first down. They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On play action, Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A give to Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check 9. Over. All right, now look at 56.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield going deep here for Landry. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Detroit! Gun!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Going up top. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
4 down. Here we go. 120.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watching now, Barney. Watching now, Barney.
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep down. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dante Moncrief, 73 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here we go. 81. Run. Great 15.
Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Great 15.
To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This is Ajayi, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Wentz being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And down to the 29-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 46 yards on the ground.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, he got the best of both worlds. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
The give is to Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
This is Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Ajayi. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set. 3-19.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And an alley to run. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun. Over. Check. Crunch.
From the gun, Mayfield. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. Take four.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. On the counter, Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun. It's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They shake, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Eagles on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he's going to go down again. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Philadelphia, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, paid 100K on my third shift, boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh. right now. Right now, need crew love right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh.